What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building. This time I am back, honey, for a recap of Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 4. I will have the episode in the description. Woo! I'm not going to be talking about every little thing that happened in the episode. Your girl is a bit tired today. So I will just be talking about the main important things, just covering, the main topics of discussion. So it looked like the episode started out with Ashley and her mother and Michael, and Michael is working out. The mother is over there visiting Ashley, and that mother does not even seem like she could be Ashley's mother. Like, it's just weird. But then on another hand, I like the mother because I feel like she seems kind of like, I don't like how she's treated Ashley, but it's like, people that are like her mother. It's like all out in the world. So she's relatable in that sense. But it's just, Ashley's life is weird. And it's not, I just wonder, is the mother still begging her for money? Because it just seemed like the mother wanted money and Michael to take care of her and her man, and I don't know. I just hope that this relationship with Ashley's mother does not harm her, because sometimes we could keep people in our life that are to our detriment, and I just feel like it just wouldn't be good if her mother stayed in her life and then her mother is like a pain in the ass and constantly asks for money and constantly being unstable and constantly dragging her down, because there are mothers out there that do that to their daughters. They drag their daughters down a dark hole, with them being unstable. The daughters have to look out for the mothers. It's not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be like that where you have to give up your whole life for this woman that gave birth to you. It just, I don't know. So hopefully it looked like the mother is friendly with Michael again and things are getting better. But I do worry about that for Ashley. Like, I just hope that, because she really loves her mother and her mother really loves her. I do see some love, but I also see she want to stay connected to Ashley for that coin. And Ashley needs to branch out and do other businesses aside from Michael. She needs to get the fuck away from that restaurant. Bitch, focus on you. Every other woman on this show is doing things that's focused on them. Even Monique. And we know how glued to the hip she is with her husband. So you need to do some shit for you, Ashley. You're a very beautiful girl. I'm going to say this, you guys, and I just have a prediction, but here it is. I think that Ashley and Michael, they may end up having that baby, but I don't think they're going to end up staying together. Now, they may prove me wrong, but I don't see nothing in Ashley's life making sense. And then you got this new shit that's at the end of the episode where Michael is talking about how he would suck somebody's dick, or look how big the dick is. I don't know which one it was, but it was just too much. And Michael is bisexual as hell. Ashley, why are you with him? Why you can't get you already got you an old man. Now, can you get a straight one? Shit. That shit is inappropriate. That shit don't sound right. It's disrespectful whether he would, like, even if he did that to a woman, that would have been disrespectful. So it's like him saying that about a man, and, even if he went that way, y'all know that shit can get sensationalized, and it's too much. You need to get the fuck away from Michael. His motherfucking mouth is reckless. He has always touched men on their butts and always did that weird ass shit. It seemed like, since season 1, he was like doing little, quirky things like that. Like just doing weird ass shit. And it's like, then they made it seem like he was talking about one of the other house husbands because they popped up, all their pictures popped up. And I'm just looking like, Ashley, your life is a train wreck between that mother and Michael. I don't see it all fitting. She's going to get the baby out of it, but damn, you did sign a new prenup. Is it going to go more in his favor or your favor? I'm thinking Ashley feel like this nigga is old. Well, look, he's old and, I may get inherited, I may inherit all this shit and I could finally stabilize my mom. And it's definitely a security situation in this situation. And it's like both you and Candice are in like weird situations with trying to maintain security with money, because for some reason, even though both of you all are pageant girls, you all lack in like confidence in yourself. Everything with Candice is tied to the mother. Everything with Ashley is tied to Michael. And like, what are you doing on your own, Ashley? Yeah, you work on this show, but do you have a business? Karen got her fragrance out. Gizelle got her book and her makeup. Monique got her natural oils and all that other shit she into. So what the fuck is you doing? Okay, so moving along. We got Karen. I really like Karen, you guys. You guys know how I feel about Karen. She's my girl. Did y'all see how Wendy shaded her on her show? Did y'all see that bullshit? Wendy shaded the fuck out of fucking Karen. She said, oh, well, because at first she was like, oh, I really like you, Karen. Oh, my God, I think we could be friends and you this and you that, da, da, da. And that Wendy, come on now. With all the shit going on with you right now, and you go sit up there and tell Karen, well, no, Karen, we can't hang out because we can't go shopping. I mean, do you even have any money? Like, she was talking to her, Wendy, do you have any money? Because look like Kevin trying to take your ass to the motherfucking bank. What's your status? Look, Nene Leaks. What's your status at the bank, Wendy? Because it look like you got to pay Kevin. Well, Calvin, that's his motherfucking name. He ain't shit when he got a goddamn alias. He got another name and shit. He ain't even got his real name out there. That should have strike one. That was a sign. That was a warning. And you missed that sign, Wendy. You need to quit. And now is the time, if ever, to be humble in your life. Okay, don't you come for Karen, okay? And Ray, shit. Karen got that nice ass house. Anyways, let me get up off of that. Let me back up off of look at Housewives keep popping in. Let me back up off of that. But so Karen and Ray. Karen, why are you okay? I like Karen and Ray. I do, but do y'all? Yes, you love who you love, but it was a part in here where she mentioned that Ray and her dad, because they're shopping for headstones for her parents. So she mentioned her dad and Ray is like the same age. Like, oh, Karen, no, spare me, baby. Spare me. I didn't know he was that old, but by the way he talk and stuff, I guess you could, I don't know. I do always encourage y'all to get y'all older man, but look, not that damn old. Okay, that is Morgan Freeman, Sidney Poitier old, Grady off Sanford and Son, old. He's not even serving me Greg Leaks. Greg is just still sexy and youthful with it to me. Sorry, Mimi, I just gotta, Greg is older. He's not, it's just like, y'all and these old ass men, and you and Ashley go at it, and y'all in the, well, no, I think that I respect Ray way more than I do Michael, though. Michael ain't shit. I'm teasing you, Ray, about your age, but I fuck with Ray because every time I hear him speak, he comes correct and he sounds very intelligent. He's a businessman, and I'm not gonna judge him over no tax issue. People have financial struggles every day. Just because you don't see that shit don't mean it's not happening. Okay, so y'all remember that. But yeah, that's basically what they was doing in their scene. Next we got Gizelle. Gizelle is in therapy, and she should be, because Gizelle has that Kenya Moore-itis that Ashley has, where they say their intention is one thing, but they're doing all this other shit to distract you, to gaslight you, to fuck with you, all by saying it's like abuse, and then it's like, oh, but I love you. Oh, look at how she treat Karen. Look at how she's made fun of her tax situation by having that goddamn t-shirt on and shading the fuck out of her husband and shit. Like, Gizelle is shady as fuck. Like, she's beautiful, and don't get me wrong, you guys, I think Gizelle is like one of the best looking housewives. Like, her, Eva, and Cynthia, them is like the baddest. And some of y'all, oh well, Kenya is attractive to me, but to me, she don't look as good as Cynthia and Eva, and Gizelle, she ain't up there with them. Not to me. She's aight. She is a former beauty queen, honey, but Kenya is attractive, but she ain't in their lane. Not to me. But yeah, Giselle's really pretty. Don't she, sir, give you nice girl, mean girl, Evelyn Lozada, but just more. She has what Evelyn needs, and then Evelyn has what Gizelle needs. And like, it's a mixture of two things happening with Evelyn and motherfucking Gizelle. So I wish look at me. I was going to see if anybody from Basketball Wives could come on Potomac. No, y'all too violent and mad on Basketball Wives. This show would not be lighthearted and shady. It would just turn into a goddamn funeral. It would be so sad. We would be worried about who gonna get fired, who fucked who, man. It would just be violent. You would have Tammy throwing tables at these bitches on the show. No. Basketball Wives, y'all keep y'all sad, pathetic ass. And I love me some Basketball Wives, y'all. I'm teasing, but Basketball Wives has that darkness to it, and they should never do a Potomac takeover. I was thinking about that. Anyways, Gizelle. I went off onto a motherfucking tangent. You mentioned that you terminate a lot of your relationships. You mentioned that to your therapist because you're sick of Sherman and the back and forth and him saying that, he's going to come to Candice's wedding and then he doesn't even show up, and that hurts you. That makes you feel embarrassed. That makes you feel unacknowledged. I feel bad for Gizelle because it's like, you're such a beautiful woman. And I know people are like, what does her looks have to do with it? It's just, you just want somebody to win because she's a beautiful woman. And Gizelle, unlike some of these other reality stars, she does have some limits. Some. I haven't seen her get all violent and shit like some of these other bitches. So she's not that... She's bad, but it's not that bad. I mean, come on. We done seen Evelyn and Tammy, so Gizelle is just nobody to worry about compared to them. But, Gizelle, you're right in getting rid of Sherman. Sherman is no good, and I'm mad that you're talking to another man about a man. He go try to defend the fucking man. But you just give up. Yes, motherfucker, you give the fuck up. Some shit ain't worth trying to work out. Some people ain't worth it. This ugly motherfucker, number one, he got the nerve and the goddamn audacity to be ugly. He got that nerve. Number two, you ain't showing up. You talking shit at the last minute. I ain't showing up because what Monique said. Is what Monique said true? Why? I mean, come on. Guilty conscience. So it's just like, bye, Sherman. And I'm with Gizelle. She really loved him, I feel. And she, knew that her girls loved him, so she really wanted to make it work and give it another try, and it just did not work because it wasn't meant to, and it was a life learned, it was a lesson. It was a lesson. Sometimes you don't get the ending that you want in your life. You get the lesson. Okay, so that's pretty much with that, but Gizelle needs to learn to stop being a mean girl and to let people in. She just has too many fucking antics until she gets rid of them fucking antics of ill-willed intentions. Like, her intentions are not good. She's always trying to be shady to Karen and Monique. It's just always there, and it's unnecessary. It's just like, I don't know, y'all. Maybe the show would be boring without that, I guess. I don't know. Next, we got Chris and Monique. I like Chris and Monique. I want to like Chris and Monique, but something about him is very misogynistic. It just seems like he wants her pregnant. He wants to be the man and feel like he did something for the day because he opened his eyes. I don't know. It just seems like she dumbs herself down for him. And it's just so funny that he saw that girl was taking off last season. She was doing her businesses and networking and on her shit. All of a sudden, this motherfucker knocked her the fuck up. Slow her ass down. And it's something about him that's funny because Monique even said on the show, she was like, oh, well, every time around my birthday, me and my husband get into the worst fights and arguments. And y'all remember when Gizelle said, well, is it because your birthday is about you and he doesn't want it to be about you? And I noticed Monique doing a lot of complaining about the kids and it being so hard to be pregnant. And she keeps saying it's her last time being pregnant. And then she had mentioned to her husband, oh, well, I think it's time for you to get snip. Nuh-uh, that's not going to happen. Bitch, it needs to happen. You goddamn. Ooh, I was about to call him a barebacker. Big ass nigga talking shit. And I'm not going to do that. You need to do something because this young lady wants to work. She doesn't want to lay on her back and have your fucking babies all fucking day. Like, it's something about him, you guys, I don't like. I know we're supposed to love him and just be so enthused because he got so much money, but I don't roll that way, Other than that, he looked like he loved his wife, like he does do things to try to help her. And, y'all remember he treated her to the trip with the girls. And now, do he really treat, or was that Bravo? I don't know. Y'all let me know. But, I don't know. He really does seem into her. Like, you want to believe they are this loving couple. They have the beautiful kids. But it's just like, it's something missing with them. Okay. We have Katie Rost. She's back. Why is this bitch on this show? Katie is on this show because she needs the coin, honey. I'm not teasing her, but I could just tell she's even weirder than she was last time. I was looking at her and I'm like, who the fuck she with now? She's always clinging to some young man or some type of weird fetish she has for white men. And I don't know, it's just really weird how she goes about it. But she's with somebody, I guess they 27. Y'all remember how she was kissing the other white guy? They even showed a clip of it. Gizelle, did your therapist lead you to Katie? And I know you have this conscience about yourself where you're just like, oh, well, I need to forgive people. Normally, I just let people go and I don't process my emotions and I self-medicate. But it's just like, fuck that therapist, okay? Fuck that motherfucking therapist. You need to cut motherfuckers off. You need to bring Sharice back and take Katie back because I'm just not into Katie. This show was getting to a level of somewhat normalcy and Katie is fucking up the vibe. Next, we got Robyn and Juan. I told y'all I will not be going all into all these little storylines and they went in the room and they did that. We just go get right to it. Robyn, you spending too much motherfucking money for nothing. whatever you then bought, whatever property that is, that look like something up in the hood. And just not even the good part, you know, because it's always a little nice part in the hood now, come on. But it just looked like you just got the raggediest piece of shit. Like, don't you think you should have got something a little bit more nicer? Juan is worried about you and money because you fucked up the money. You fucked up the goddamn church's money. You know, you fucked up your money, Robyn. You fucking it up again. Juan sees it. He's scared. You want to prove him wrong. And girl, please, 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 please quit. Juan, back her up out of that bad decision, that bad investment. Please back her up out of that because she's fucking up again. Okay, you know what? Another thing we talked about in the Real Housewives of Potomac group that I'm in on Facebook, we talked about how aggressive Robyn gets with the other women, like Karen and Monique and Ashley. But she never has that same fucking energy for Juan and them badass boys. Y'all notice that shit? I just thought I would mention that shit. Robyn, you's a fake ass bitch for that because you be trying to get on Karen, but you could be a nice person, but it's like you purposely are a bitch with other women. And you're one of those women that look like you just let men have their way because they the fucking man. All of y'all got some slick, weird ways of looking at men and relationships, and they are your kings and you treat everybody else like shit. Anyways, I'm off on a tangent. I apologize, you guys. Just bear with me. Anyways, we got Candice. Candice, let me get your motherfucking ass together. I didn't want this shit to be too long, but I gotta get you together. First off, I didn't even really pay attention to your dress on your wedding day. I felt like your hair could have looked better. Your dress was fucked up. It looked, those straps or whatever the fuck it was too big. You spend so much money just to like look like a bobblehead. That wig, is that a wig or a weave? It's just like, are they perming your shit? It should look sleek. I don't know. It's just her weaves be looking like wigs. She looks like a Muppet with that hair. She needs to change that. One of y'all pull Candice to the side and tell that bitch to change that, cause Anyways, yeah, but your dress was fucked up. You fucked up that song. You got the nerve to put that motherfucker on iTunes. Who the fuck buying that shit? I ain't buying that shit. I ain't even want to hear it on the show. Shit. Anyways, her and Ashley have this fake ass lunch and they're just being nice to each other. They're frenemies, and you know, Candice is telling her about, look at me, I don't even fucking know. She's talking to her about Karen and Monique and how Ashley has a beef with both of them. And Ashley is saying, well, I just got to work that out. When I work that out, Ashley, I'm going to need you to stop fucking up your relationships. That's what the fuck I'm going to need. You just need to, you are like Gizelle. You and Gizelle are very like similar, except I respect Gizelle's more. You just be looking like a fool. You get really aggressive, Ashley, but you ain't nothing but a damn grape. You won't bust a grape. Yeah, they have their fake ass lunch. Neither one of them likes the other. There you have it. Next, Karen and Gizelle. Gizelle comes by Karen's house, and this is exactly what I'm talking about again. Gizelle knocking on wood and just, is this real? Should I look in the closet? Is there a closet? Like being shady, being funny and shit. Just always, bitch, just be a normal person. This is why you ain't gonna be able to really keep friends, Gizelle, because you always have to shade them or put them down. And that's why you and Robyn go well together, because Robyn, let's be honest, you guys, I know it has clicked in a lot of our heads that maybe Robyn may suffer from some type of low self-esteem, especially when she first got on here. Very beautiful woman. There's no reason she should. But it's like, you could see Gizelle hanging with somebody like that. That way she can control everything and be queen bee, but Okay, so Karen's house, to me, Karen has one of the best houses, and they be trying to shade her house. So y'all stupid as hell. Her house look way better than yours, Gizelle and Robyn. Um, let's talk about the little comments that was made when Gizelle was over at her house. Karen mentioned that she's not shocked that Gizelle and Sherman aren't together anymore because she kept seeing him with some woman at Saks. And she said, I think the game was over for Sherman before it was Gizelle. Very shady. Just, it makes Gizelle look like she can't keep a man. It's not a good look. Sherman is embarrassing the hell out of Gizelle with his fucking behavior. And it's just funny how Juan and the fucking therapist want her to keep him around and try to work no. If he can't come around and take up for his woman, he knows she's in the public eye, then they can't go on. He doesn't fit in Gizelle's life. It doesn't matter how much they care for each other. He just does not. Sometimes people, they just don't fit in your life. It's similar to the Reggie Bush and Kim Kardashian situation. He didn't want to be with somebody that famous. He didn't want to be in that situation. So he probably cared for her, but, it just ain't gonna work out. I thought that was funny that Karen got her that way, because it's like Gizelle is always shading the fuck out of her. Anyways, they end up sharing secrets with each other, saying if they could keep the secret, then maybe they are on a path to being friends. Karen lets us know that she has to sleep with a bra because her titties go off to the side, and she can't have that because of Ray. Girl, Ray ain't paying attention to your titties. Ray is not young enough to care about them titties. He just happy he got him some titties. Shit, trust me. So Ray is not thinking about your titties like that. You see, he let you get away with them wigs you be wearing, so he don't care about your titties. Try again, Karen. Gizelle lets her know that she shaves with Nair on her hoo-ha. Do we need to know all that? She says she gets bumps from the wax, so she can't do that. That's Gizelle. So they just trying to figure out if they could trust one another. And the problem is just going to be Gizelle. Gizelle is not going to change. She thinks the shit is funny. It's a joke. She doesn't know how to be a friend to Karen, because I think it's kind of like, I don't know, for some reason it just feels like Gizelle wants to see Karen like low down. And I admit at first I was like, yeah, Karen be hiding shit, but it's like y'all amplify the situation. If the woman don't want to share everything with y'all, then that's what the fuck it is. Like, for my friends out there, they're not going to know my business like that. I'll share whatever I want to share, but you can't share shit with everybody, because sometimes people sensationalize shit and they make you feel even worse about what you're going through. So it's not good to really share everything with everybody. I think you have to swallow a lot of shit on your own, because sometimes you are the only person with your own best interests. Anyways, that's that situation. The last scene is the last scene, and we have this party that Robyn is at. Katie, Ashley, Michael, they having a party. I think it's a party for Ashley's Uncle Lump, who doesn't fuck with Michael like that, because Michael is manipulative, controlling, bisexual. Ashley knows the man is bisexual, and she's still with him like a damn fool, just trying to hold on to a meal ticket. So, girl, it's just sad. They drinking, they all getting drunk, they all at the same location until 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Robyn and Katie kind of had words. Katie was just like, oh, well, you just got married, and, I would have told you not to get married, and ha ha ha. And Candice looking at her like, bitch, why you hating? Because you can't get a man or keep a man, That's what happened with that. Let's talk about Michael's outfit. They did like a 90s themed party. Michael looked a fool. Even while dressing young, he still looked older. He called himself being the Fresh Prince doing y'all remember when Will and Jazz, they used to do their little famous handshake. So just a fool and a mess. Candice, that is why you will continue to stay in the situation that you are in, because I noticed even after your mother acted a fool before that wedding, you still talking to her and you're always there for me, Dorothy. And no. You made a comment when you, Katie, and Gizelle and Robyn was sitting down, and Katie mentioned that she owed her mother some whole bunch of money, and then you was like, well, I would rather owe my mother than Wells Fargo. No, bitch. That's going backwards. You need to separate yourself from her. She's not good for your life. On your wedding day, you should have been able to talk to her, but she was being such a manipulative bitch and making everything about her that you were unable to talk with her really. You had to avoid her. When you get to a point where you have to avoid your own mother, you need to terminate her from your life. Just because somebody had you does not mean they need to be in your life. They may just fuck it up because misery loves company. And I'll just keep it there. But that's just really sad. Like I told y'all, Katie need this check. That's why her ass is back. I want Sharice back. I want to see her and Monique go at it. That's what I care about. But then again, that's just me. Really late into the party, Michael made a comment that, like I said earlier in the review, he would suck somebody's dick, or that's a big dick, making some type of sexual reference to some man. And just nasty. Just Michael, Ashley, you need to get rid of him. When you get to the point where your man is embarrassing you like that, saying that nasty ass shit, I feel like you turn a blind eye to things because you want to secure the bag. You want some type of security, and it's just like, it's not worth it. Just make your own fucking money. You've been on this show about 4 seasons. You should have enough to stand on your own. And, you know, if you want your mom in your life, help her. Get the fuck away from Michael. She's not staying with him. She's gonna drop that baby, see if she can get a few coins, get with a new man, get you a black man, because I think a sexy, educated, intellectual black man, I think that may work for you, Ashley. Or hell, if that don't work, go white. Just don't go as old when you go white. That's all I have to say on Real Housewives of Potomac. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl, Brand New, and I am out.